History has a way of revealing secrets that seem impossible, and yet there you are, staring back from a forgotten canvas, a glimpse of you preserved through the ages. How can it be? What does it mean when the past reaches out to meet the present in such an unexpected way? We often forget the immense power of art, how a single brushstroke can encapsulate the soul of an era. But now, this lost painting from the Renaissance, one that seems to carry a likeness of you, forces us to reckon with the strange, unexplainable connections between time and identity. In the quiet corridors of history, this forgotten painting is an enigma. It raises more questions than answers, but perhaps the biggest one is, what if history is trying to tell us something about ourselves through this artwork, something we have yet to understand? Art has always been a mirror, but what happens when that mirror reflects your own face, centuries after the artist's hand has ceased to move? Is it a coincidence, a trick of the mind, or a deeper truth waiting to be discovered? For centuries, this painting was lost to time, its secrets hidden beneath layers of dust and obscurity. Now that it has resurfaced, showing a face so strikingly similar to yours, we must ask ourselves, can history really predict who we are even before we exist? To look at a painting from the Renaissance and find your own features staring back at you is nothing short of surreal. What does it mean for your identity, your connection to the past, when you are the living embodiment of a story frozen in time? Historians are baffled. The world is mesmerized. And yet, as we stare at this long-forgotten masterpiece, the only thing that remains clear is that history, art, and time have an uncanny way of pulling us close into our own untold stories. This painting, once lost in the shadows of time, now reappears to show a face from the past, eerily mirroring your own. Is it fate? Or perhaps art is more powerful than we've ever imagined, capable of tracing our souls through centuries of silence. We often think of history as something distant, a world far removed from our own. But when a Renaissance painting appears with a likeness to you, it brings history alive, making you question everything you thought you knew about time, identity, and the connection between the two. The forgotten past has a way of reaching into the present with a quiet force. This painting, with its uncanny resemblance to you, asks the question that no historian can answer. What if we are more connected to history than we ever imagined? What if the faces of the past are not just relics of bygone eras, but rather echoes of ourselves? This painting, lost for centuries and suddenly revealing your likeness, hints at a deeper connection between the past and the present, a bridge of time that defies logic. The world often tells us that history is set in stone, that the past is closed off. But here, in this forgotten Renaissance painting, we see the impossible, your face staring back at you from another time. How can we ignore this strange, powerful link to the past? A forgotten painting that shows your face might seem like a fantastical notion, but it speaks to a truth greater than art. That time, identity, and the human experience are more intertwined than we could have ever guessed. For centuries, this painting remained hidden, its secrets locked away in the silent halls of history. But now it emerges, revealing a face that is impossibly familiar. Your face. What are the odds? What does it mean for our understanding of time and our place in it? In the strokes of an artist's brush, we see not just a portrait, but a link between two worlds, separated by hundreds of years. This forgotten painting, showing your likeness, challenges everything we know about history and how it shapes who we are. What are the chances that a painting lost to time and buried in the annals of history could feature a face so closely resembling your own? Is it fate, coincidence, or something much more profound waiting to be uncovered? As historians scramble to understand the origins of this mysterious Renaissance painting, one question looms large. Could art, in its mysterious way, have captured something timeless, something that connects you to the past in a way we're only beginning to comprehend? The rediscovery of this painting, showing a face uncannily like yours, forces us to reconsider our relationship with history. What if we are not merely observers of the past, but active participants in a narrative that transcends time? History is often seen as a collection of facts, dates, and events. But what if it is also a series of faces, ours, repeated throughout time? This forgotten painting, showing you from an era long past, is a reminder that we are never truly disconnected from history.